Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm back at it again very soon, especially from my last video as well, and I'm gonna be giving you guys something very simple, but is definitely something that I've been wanting to post for ever since I just recorded the last video, and that is basically my first initial take on Dark Magician in the Genesis format. So basically just a simple deck profile over here, and it's very simple to the point where I don't even have an extra deck, and I don't even have a side deck yet. I'm working through a side deck real quick. I just don't have all the cards yet, so I really don't want to show that just yet. Just know that I will be adding in Drone Lockbird in here, which is going to be 15 points over here. But from my last video, I referred to it as money, but we're going to try our best to just refer to it as points over here. Just do respect for everyone who doesn't know what the Genesis format really is, or haven't really like made much research into it yet. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it over here, right? So this one is definitely very controversial, but we're playing double copies of Dark Magician. So basically the way how I thought about it like this, right? You'll automatically assume, especially through the thumbnail, title, everything like that, and especially if you guys have seen the last video. If you guys have not seen the last video, it's gonna be a link in the description down below. And if you are not going to the link, go to the channel. It's gonna this is the latest video right over here, right? The one right before that, that's the one you gotta watch. Okay, so double copies of Dark Magician, right? A card like DD Crow is going to be probably seeing a lot of play, especially the fact that that card is not worth any points whatsoever. So if I were to play only one copy of Dark Magician and that were to get banished, it basically makes one of the engines that I'm playing, which is obviously Primite, a lot harder to basically grind with. Even though a card like Drill Beam can basically reveal any Primite card except for another copy of Drill Beam, it still works, everything like that, right? But if your Primite Etherbearer were to get out of some way, you just can't recycle it back from graveyard all that often, because of the fact that you just don't have access to your normal monster anymore. So playing double copies of Dark Magician can at least ensure me that I'm able to get access to the Primite cards really easily. And playing double copies of Dark Magician in here is not exactly too bad, especially the fact that I am playing another engine in here. You've seen with the thumbnail, everything like that, but we'll get there when we get there. So double copies of Dark Magician over here. We're playing one copy of the Magician's Rod, and we're playing one double copies of the Magician's Souls over here. There's some of the cards that you go into, this is like probably your normal summon that if you don't have access to your Primate cards, which is still good, which is still fine, right? And then you have double copies of Magician's Souls. Summon itself, get some draws in there, anything like that, or just send a card to the graveyard in order to get access to your Dark Magician, which is still pretty fine as well. Obviously still getting draws over here with Magician's Souls is still really good, but it's just the fact that I from my last video I mentioned that there's no link monsters in here, and we're not really playing rank 1s. We're not playing any other level 3s in here. So like once these cards hit the board, they're most likely are going to be staying there and clogging up your monster zone. So basically it's just the fact that like these cards, besides from their initial effects, which is obviously to search for a spell and trap card, and to basically get your draws in there, once you do that, you can't get rid of these monsters all that easily. So once these cards touch the board, you basically have to deal with that. But obviously when it comes to Dark Magician, these cards are still great. These cards still get you what you need, everything like that. So playing only the 3 smaller bodies in here, triple copies of Illusion of Chaos in here as well. Especially the fact that you can just search for anything you need in here, and the fact that we are playing, once again, I might as well just say Regenesis. So Regenesis relies on having monsters in your hand, especially the Regenesis Archfiend, either 2500 attack or 2500 defense. So either your Dark Magician or your Illusion of Chaos can help you summon out those Regenesis monsters really easily. And just having the Illusion of Chaos over here as well is just really good. You can either put this card back, or whenever you search a monster, or you could just basically put back another card that would just kind of like be a little bit of a brick in your hand as well. So that's actually really good. So triple copies of Illusion of Chaos, triple Soul Servant. Soul Servant's good card. We're deciding to play in the Dark Magical Circle in here. Once again, we're playing main deck control. So basically, to the best of our ability, we're just trying to like resolve the Dark Magician Triangle in here, especially the fact that this is not just a pure Dark Magician deck. If it was a pure Dark Magician deck, you would not be seeing this right now. And the fact that we have like the access to the Dark Magician Triangle in here a lot easier now because of the Primite cards, and especially the fact that we have help from other engines in here, like the Primite engine and the Regenesis engine as well. So this is definitely something that we can play a little bit more comfortably, especially in a format like this where like you just can't slam 18 hand traps in, can't slam like any powerful cards, like more powerful cards than you usually would in the TCG. So I feel like maybe this does have a chance in here. This is going to be taking a lot of like testing, experimentation, all that good stuff like that. So that's going to be it for the Dark Magician cards. And then obviously Primite cards over here. So triple Ether Barrel. We're spending 33 points over here for Primite Literally Load. Only one copy of it, just due to the fact that we're just like maxing out on everything else that would be good in here. So triple Drill Beam, triple Roar. Really great cards over here. The Roar gets you instant access to your Dark Magician, so this is why that we are cutting down a little bit on the Magician Souls. And I am trying to put in something else in here that might cause me to put the Magician Souls down to 1. But that's gonna still take a little bit more testing over here. But the Primite Roar just getting you instant access to your Dark Magician is just really good. And there's also the fact that Primite Roar is also an interruption in the graveyard. Whenever your opponent would normal summon a monster, you are just able to just basically banish this, target your Dark Magician, whether it is in your field or graveyard, and basically banish a monster, whatever monster on your opponent's board that has that 2500 or less attack. So this card still really good over here. Drill Beam, probably just one of the best cards in here. I'm surprised that Drill Beam just didn't have a point cost to it whatsoever. Maybe it's just because of the Primite Literally Load actually having a little bit of a heftier cost over here, but just the fact that you're just able to still play the Primite engine for a little bit of a cost, but not as bad as like some of the other cards that might be on that list. So I really do like that a lot, and it's like really good there. So that's gonna be it for the Primite cards over here. And for the last engine in here, playing the Regenesis cards. It's just insane. I mentioned this in my last video as well, but it's just insane how you are just able to just play literally all of these cards for free. I have not tested much of the Regenesis lore just yet. It's just that I'm already over the 40 card cost, 40 card minimum in here, and I kind of just don't want to add any more, especially that is just a one of as well. Well, I haven't really tested it much yet, but like this format's still new, but this is just a lot of it is just theory right now, and a lot of it is just like theory crafting by myself and just doing test hands, all that good stuff like that. So obviously your standard Regenesis cards, Regenesis codes, not even worth a point. This is if Regenesis code was in here, probably there might be a chance that these cards are not in here whatsoever. And we're playing the one copy Regenesis Birth. No Regenesis, it is 33 points, and we are not trying to use up points all that soon anyway. So these are all the Regenesis cards over here. Obviously Regenesis Archfiend can special summon itself by revealing a monster that has 2500 attack or defense. Dark Magician, Illusion of Chaos, any of your other Regenesis cards over here, really good. Regenesis Sage is an Omni Negate, which is pretty damn good. Regenesis Dragon is basically a spell trap card banished, and this is basically Compulse over here. Regenesis Birth is also just a Book of Moon, and also the fact that you are able to just send this card to the graveyard in order to reborn as many Genesis cards with different names. Not just so it is a reborn, summons from hand, and or banishment as well. So if any of these cards were to end up banished, you are able to bring these cards back really easily, but it just gets sent to the graveyard at the end of the turn. But when it comes to Regenesis cards effects in graveyard during your opponent's turn, you are just able to add all those cards back to your hand as well. So you're not really losing out on much either, and you just summon them all again during your opponent's turn anyway. So this engine is really powerful in here. And the Regenesis code is just basically E-Telly for any of the Regenesis cards. And this is the card that basically locks you out from your extra deck as well, because of the fact that Regenesis, it just says that, yeah. I just decided to basically build my entire deck based off of just like the not really using much of my extra deck. So another card that I did want to put in here, maybe I will sometime in the future, it might conflict with some of the other cards in here, is Pot of Extravagance. Pot of Extravagance just seems like a really good option in here. Like If you don't need your extra deck all that much either, you just basically just play 3 of those, like slam a whole bunch of like monsters in your extra deck and just basically play that, which is really good. Absolutely really good. So the Regenesis cards, really good. And also the fact that Regenesis code, you're able to banish this card during your main phase, and then you're able to target one of your banished Regenesis monsters and be able to special summon it. So this is a really good engine just to recur your cards as well, especially if they were to get banished off of like DD Crow or something like that. And then we're spending a little bit of points in here. So plus 21 points over here with triple copies of Effect Veiler, and just plus another 15 points over here with triple copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. So really good cards over here. Especially a lot of my concern in my last video was just basically clogging up my main monster zones. But it's just the fact that other decks just want to like go for their XZs or fusions, XZs or synchros or something like that. So Ghost Ogre against like any of those decks is just like really good as well. And then Veiler is just a really good form of effect negation as well. So these cards are just really good as well. So as I mentioned, no extra deck yet, and no side deck yet, but I can guarantee you some of the card one of the cards that might be in my side deck is Drone Lockbird. Drone Lockbird went down from a 7-point cost to a 5-point cost. So basically with all those cards, including the draw on my side deck, that is basically 84 points. I still have 16 points to play around with, so some of the other cards that might be in my side deck might make his move in here as well. So if you guys have any ideas or anything like that, please let me know in the comment section down below. I appreciate you guys so much for watching this video, and if you are interested in a more in-depth explanation about everything over here, refer to my last video over here where I'm just like kind of like going over if Dark Magician does have a chance in Genesis format. And so far from what I see here and just basically my analysis, I believe it does have its fair share, and it has its chance to compete in here, but not by itself, but with some of the other engines in here as well. There are other engines that you are able to play when it comes to Dark Magician as well, so I might explore some of those other engines sometime in the nearby future. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I shall see ya in the next video. Peace.